Start this. Yesterday I did a tutorial. It was about almost an hour long, 53 minutes. So I'm gonna set myself a timer to cover things for about 5 minutes and do about 15 minutes of gameplay to make this much shorter than my other video. So let me get my timer going. I'm gonna do 5 minutes max just to explain anything that I forgot, and I'm gonna use my phone to help out. So here goes 5 minutes started. So when that timer cuts off, I gotta shut off, and then I'm gonna do about 15 minutes worth of gameplay to show you guys pretty much what I know. Um, I'll do a little bit of combat training, and then I'll try and do a little bit of a solo just to cover the parachuting part. So I'm gonna pull up my notes really quick on my phone, and tips that I miss is what I kind of labeled this. Number one is get good with the basics: the riot shotgun, the Hellfire, and the AR-15. Now, that's with the normal backpack, like not the military one, but if you do get a military one, the fourth weapon that you need to get good with in terms of the basics is the scout rifle. This is why combat training is really good to start practicing these four particular weapons, because you get a military backpack right off the bat. All you need to look for is a pretty much a chest piece or a body armor. You already have a helmet. You just need to find grenades, and you need to find that scout rifle and an AR-15, because the game already gives you a pistol, the riot shotgun, and the Hellfire. But the riot shotgun and the Hellfire you really need to get good with. In addition to that, like I said, it's the four, those two, plus the AR-15 and the scout rifle. Why is this? The riot shotgun is the most common. You don't find a combat shotgun unless you open up the military crates, right? So get good with the one that you can find all around the world. Next is the Hellfire. The only two better weapons than the Hellfire is the C&Q or the AK-47, but you still need to get good with the Hellfire. The Hellfire covers your short range just like the AK-47 and the C&Q. Next, your medium range is your AR-15. Get good with that. The only thing better than that really in terms of, being medium range and still an AR, an automatic rifle, is your KH-43 purple weapon. Need to find that in a military crate or a blue drop. Next is your rifles. There's four of them. The most basic one that you can get more often than any of the other ones is the scout rifle. So get good with the scout rifle. The other three, which is the Marauder, the M1 SOCOM, and the M40 sniper rifle, those are the ones, are pretty much a piece of cake, and you'll have to get your practice down with them. You can still find them in combat training, but there's that. So get good with the basics there. Again, the Riot, Hellfire, AR-15, and the scout rifle. Number two, scope's controller sensitivity is for the long-range weapons. So I'm going to go down to settings. These things, this is what I missed in my first tutorial. So the scope's controller sensitivity, right? This one, I have it at 25. You have to do this for yourself, because not everyone has the same size TV, not everyone has the same seat and sits as close to the TV as I do. Anyways, this works for me. You have to custom tailor this to your own settings and your own preferences, so that way you can actually land your hits in the game. But what I missed, what I said I would get back on 2 times in my last video, is this one, scopes and sights. Now there's 4 weapons that I said that are your long range weapons down at the bottom slot. That's a scout rifle, the Marauder, the M1 SOCOM, and the M40 sniper rifle. This particular slider here, the scope's controller sensitivity, controls the movement when you look down the sights or in the scope of those 4 long-range weapons. The other ones right here is your Hellfire, your AK-47, and C&Q. So if you're moving too fast, you obviously need to slow it down, or if you're moving too slow, you need to move it up. This is for your short-range weapon. Now, you have pistols, you have a rocket launcher, you have the shotguns and stuff. These actually apply. The sight's controller sensitivity applies to those other weapons as well, but those ones are pretty easy, or really not really effective in the game, so I wouldn't necessarily mess with those other weapons, but I just want you to focus on the most basic ones. So there's that. That was number 2. Like I said, scope's controller sensitivity is for the 4 long-range weapons: scout rifle, Marauder, SOCOM, M40. Next is the sight's controller sensitivity is, I guess I already covered that, Hellfire, AK-47, right here, this sight's AK-47 and C&Q. Number 3, I actually did say this in the combat training. I said don't fire at an enemy unless you have 2 things. The first one I said is a clear shot And the second thing I said is cover. But there's like a third thing that I want to mention. And basically, don't fire at an enemy unless you have three things: a clear shot, cover, and the right weapon for the right range. I can't really tell you the ranges, but I did put a rule of thumb. Melee is within 10 feet, like I was in the garage with the shotgun. Short range is 10 to 20 feet, so that's definitely Hellfire, CNQ, or AK-47 effective range. Medium range, look, I'm already past 5 minutes, but let me just finish my notes here. Medium range is uh, 30 to 60 feet with the AR-15 KH-43, really effective at those greater distances. And long range, anything really past that, you're going to need one of those four long range weapons. I took a note of myself saying make a parachuting tutorial about 15 minutes long, use timer on phone. I'd rather be prepared and not have an opportunity than have an opportunity and not be prepared was a good phrase that you need to really write down and memorize, so that way you pretty much train yourself to go looting, like go look for that riot shotgun, go look for that Hellfire, go look for that AR-15, and just work on just those basics. Because if you're not necessarily landing your hits on the Hellfire, your shotgun, your AR-15, you're gonna need to spend some time in combat training. So I'll just go in there right now just to kind of show you guys what I know, and this will be like part of my gameplay. Now I already did a 5-minute timer. I'm gonna go ahead and set, I guess, a 15-minute timer, and hopefully I can do as much video footage of me applying the things that I know, like what I just said, in there in combat training. So let me do a 15-minute timer. 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 15. I'm pressing play, so I got 15 minutes. This is loading. Let me go back to my notes while this is loading. Okay, I learned something from playing zombies on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. If you don't get hit, this is what I learned. If you don't get hit, you don't take damage. If you don't take any damage, you don't go down or you don't die, right? So if you're in the open, you expose yourself to the opportunity of taking damage. Stay low, try and stay quiet to not give away your location or position, and always stay in cover so you don't get hurt. Get downed or die. So that was a note that I kind of wanted to like pretty much concisely say. And let me see, I think I've always been saying this, but just to, in a nutshell, this is my last note on my notes. It says, in the beginning, just get the basics: backpack, helmet, makeshift body armor, boots, right? So you can run faster, riot shotgun, Hellfire, and the AR-15, and at least 3 medkits. Just in case you get stuck in the gas, you have enough time to go find a car nearby, and you can get yourself to the safe zone circle. Anything else you get is basically a bonus, like the LMG from the military crates. If you get a purple weapon from the military crates and stuff, that's a bonus. But I'm just saying, get good with the basics, so that way when you get those good guns, that makes your combat proficiency much more effective while you're actually playing the game. So look, I already found a scout rifle, so I'm gonna pick that up right now. Drop my pistol because I don't want it. And like I said, look, here's a combat shotgun. This is common in combat training, but I don't want to use that. I just want to get good with my riot shotgun here, right? So I'm gonna do that. Like I said, I want to move my Hellfire up top so it's noted for short range. Look at him. He's over here trying to shoot me with the shotgun right now. Guess what, buddy? But look, I didn't take no damage, right? No, he didn't. He didn't deal no damage to me. I'm not trying to fight right now. Grenades are optional, but make your engagement or escape more tactical, right? I have no grenades right now. Nothing, so I couldn't do anything. Couldn't flashbang him to blind him. Couldn't use smoke to distract him. Nothing, so I'm just gonna keep rolling until I get my AR-15 and let him be a dumbass, because he's not doing anything to me, really. There's a scout rifle still. He's trying to chase me like a dumbass on foot. So I'm gonna let go. Like I said, I want to show you guys what I know. So I'm not fully equipped yet, and this is what I mean by be prepared. I'd rather be prepared and not have an opportunity than have an opportunity and not be prepared. Why did I run away from that guy even though I have a better weapon than him and better settings? It's because I want to be prepared. So I hear someone again. Okay, took some damage to my helmet. There goes another damage to my helmet. People keep spawning next to me. I'm just trying to find an AR-15. So let me go to an actual building or something. People I know are gonna be in here. So like, look, he doesn't know that he should have used an AR-15, you know, to really deal better damage to me, right? He doesn't know that. Oh shit, I keep hearing people all the time, man. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, that's okay, fine and dandy. Here's my helmet. I heard him bounce out. I'm gonna let him go. Or he's in here somewhere. There's my AR-15. Cool. And a grenade. Sweetness. Now, I'm just gonna bounce out because I'm too close for comfort. Right? I'm just gonna go and then show you guys what I mean. Okay, so cool. Now, technically, I am actually... Oh, I got 1 minute in here. I almost want to redeem myself. Damn. I only got 1 minute in here. So bear with me, I might have to do another like 15 minutes. In fact, I'm not gonna wait for that. God. 1 minute. Well, you know what, I'll just go ahead and try and do it. This is long range. Now I could use this AR-15 and still probably peck him, but guess what? Look at how much easier it is for me to hit this guy. Okay, he had awesome cover and was using the fence. That was a smart man. But okay, I'm gonna exit match. That was only 1 minute. Let me go back up in there. I'm gonna restart my timer. It has 10 minutes actually, or 5 minutes. 5 minutes in. Main menu, I can't do anything. Let me just go back to this, so bear with me really quick. I said a lot of good things on H1Z1 PS4, the Facebook page. So if you ever go to Facebook, just search H1Z1 PS4, and there's a whole page. And I'm gonna share this video there, like a link to it, just to let people know the things that I kind of missed in that one. So I'm gonna go back to combat training, and I will do at the very end of the video teach you guys how to parachute effectively. One thing that you guys, I'm going to say it now, you need to learn how to strafe like I said in my first tutorial. You need to learn how to, move left and right while in the air with the parachutes. That way you can really travel a very far distance. And I will try to do my best to have you look at the, the mini map at the bottom left hand corner of the screen. So that way you see I can actually move a lot of zones or quadrants, those little squares on the map that shows I could move across maybe 3 to 4. I think I've even flown really far away from my team when I'm in 5s or whatever doing that. So, and like I said, the purpose is to try and steal a cop car or steal a car from the enemy team, or to obviously fly to a car, because you can get all this stuff in the game. You don't have to run into conflict and stuff like I did. Okay, I don't want that, right? AR-15. Be prepared. Where's a? I need a. Good God, I need a scope. Scout rifle. Okay, dude took the car. Don't need a car. Hello. If you just joined, I don't see exactly comments or anything. I don't know how to do that just yet. This is like my second live stream attempt in the world, so just bear with me. I'm looking for a scout rifle so that way I can cover the melee range, the short range, medium range, and I'm listing the long range weapon right here. So I'm gonna try and go to this house right ahead, hopefully with no resistance, so that way I can really show you guys like the things that I know here. Because there's effective ranges for each of these guns, and this is what you really have to pay attention to and get used to. So let me see if I can get a body armor first. There it is. Basic body armor will do. Okay, you get 25% more with the big military, I forget what it's called. But of course, if you can find a military helmet or the big body armor, is what a lot of people call it, I would always recommend to do that. Okay, be prepared. Have your med kits. I have 5. I have plenty. I'm really looking for a scout rifle. Good God. Where's the scout rifle? Please show yourself. And if I get murked, I'm a scrub. Okay, AR-15. Shotgun, don't want it. I have enough throwables. Good. Okay, thank you, house. Flashbangs are useful. A lot of people like to get close in here, so just blind them. That technically scares a lot of people. This bigger house would have much more chances of weapons and stuff, specifically what I'm looking for. AK-47, like I said, would be much better to use than the Hellfire. Come on, scout rifle. A bunch of AK-47s I noticed, but no scout rifle. If you don't want to wait to go walk around, you can simply bust a fence if you're confident with your Skittles. I heard a military crate, but I'm not going for it. I really need a scout rifle. Good God. Okay, can't break that. There it is. Great. Cool. Okay, I have no space for that. And just to show you, you guys can find military crates if you go around. I thought that was pretty neat. That's a Marauder, much better than the Scout Rifle, but like I said, this is, you know, Marauder is much better than the Scout Rifle. Much more accurate, much more effective in the longer ranges and stuff. Deals damage up close and personal too. But I'm pretty much ready right now. So let me see how good I can get, how many kills I can get, and I will stop this after I do a pretty good run. So like I said, you want to get the basics. If you're not going to get a military backpack like what you see on my back right now, you're not going to get that right off the bat. So this fourth slot will not be open, but a regular backpack will do, and these will pretty much be, I'm sorry, the top three. The shotgun, the Hellfire, and the AR-15 will be your weapons that you want to get good with at first. Now, and if you're having a problem, like let's just say you have the regular backpack, don't have the scout, and you have a you find a scout rifle and you like, which one should I replace? The AR-15 is good in shorter range, like the Hellfire, if you know how to just like keep tapping your right trigger. Especially if you get confident with your AR-15, then you could obviously switch the Hellfire. Like this is in a case you don't have a military backpack. Then you, if you want to use your long range to make sure you can cover someone from a distance and more accurately, then you can choose the scout rifle. This is, like I said, if this fourth slot is locked. But I'm gonna put this where I like it and run it. I'm gonna go towards the conflict. I heard some stuff. I hear it. He has an AK-47, so you gotta train yourself to memorize the sounds. Apply what you know. I hear another military crate. Don't care about it. Hit him. Okay, you saw that hit. Like I said, my settings are pretty much dialed in, and that scared him. If you cause someone to bleed, yes, you'll be scared, but if you can keep your cool under pressure like that, you'll be Gucci. I'm in the open. Check this out. Now I'm going to get in cover. See? Stay in cover. Make sure you have a clear shot. Look at that. What has he got? He has an M40 sniper rifle, and I'm doing better than him. Scrub. Short range. One kill. Next. My enemy ran off? No? Stay in cover. I think this dude took off or he got killed. He had to have gotten killed because he's not firing back at me, so I'm just gonna let that go. I'll take his truck though, just to show you I can do this with the truck. Always try and reload too. You don't want to hop out of a car with an empty gun. Alright, cool. So that guy died somehow. Let me see. So just pay attention. Look, if I find someone, I'm gonna go ahead and dip. I'm gonna get to them and use my weapons in their effective ranges as much as I know. So like, you notice how I was right here and some dude tried to sneak up on me? I switched to my Hellfire. That's exactly what I mean. Oh look, there's someone. So look, I just pulled away. I'm in AR-15 range. Know when to run. Know when to run. Good God. Alright, there went my body armor. Alright, if you don't want to die, you gotta know when to run. Oh my God, over here too? What the fuck is going on? Oh! This shit's lit. Alright, I'm about to die. Oh, nice! Every place was covered, and this dude is camping. That's camping. That's something that you should not do, because if someone takes a car up to you and uses a shotgun, most people that prefer to use long-range weapons are just not going to be ready, you know, so that's why people like to rush. But if you're not good with your shotgun game, try and get to cover and try and combat him unless you got your skittles down. So I just needed to recover. Let's respawn. And this is what I mean by improvising. I lost my AR-15, I lost my shotgun, so I'm just gonna use what I got. Here we go. Where's some buildings? Looks like it's this way. You know, quickly, you just got to understand what happened. Like, learn from your mistakes if you made any. And is this body armor? Thank God. I only had like less than 10 health anyways, so you gotta give it to him. I heard the drum beat, so someone is nearby, just like I thought. Okay, obviously my shotgun game needs some improvement. And I had an AR-15. Did I have to get close to him? No. Why? Because I could have shot him from the building while he was trying to run up to me, which would damage him. Okay, let me go for about... I'll do 10 more minutes, because it's been 15 minutes since my last one. And I'll do 10 more minutes before I cut off. I wanted to make this short, but just to show... Oh, you know what? 5 minutes. In fact, no time. Let me just exit out of this, because you guys pretty much have seen enough. I don't need to show you anything. I just needed to explain it and kind of show you, look, get good with your ranges. Your scout rifle is longer than an AR-15. The AR-15 is longer than the Hellfire. And the Hellfire is obviously longer than your shotgun. Your shotgun, you should just be like, that's my baby. That's all I need is a shotgun. Because as long as no one's next to you, no one can fire at you. As long as you're staying out of sight, they don't even know where you are. So can they shoot you? No. You know, take advantage of things like that. This is a survival game. You can do this stuff in real life, or you can do this in the video game. I'm going to exit match and go to a solo really quick. I'm not going to play the whole game, but like I said, I wanted to show you how to parachute effectively. What my goal is, whatever, if you can see a car, you got to strafe left and right no matter what, but if you can see a car, go for it. Even if you don't have any weapons, most people will be inclined to take the weapons, but by trial and error, you will get this down, right? So I'm going to go play a solo match really quick. Just bear with me, you got to wait for the lobby to go, and then as soon as I'm in the parachute, I want to get you guys on up to par with your parachuting game. Because you can parachute very far, or you can parachute just straight down, which is a lot of what people do is go straight down. Technically in fives, you might want to land with your group just in case another group lands with you. You can give them back up, do your part in the fight right down there, and recover someone if one of your teammates get down. But just for the sake of showing you parachuting, I don't want to, like, you know, hurt the team by, you know, taking out a member. Whereas, you know, 5 people is better than 4, you know, 2 is better than 1, things like that, you know. Be careful. When I say choose your battles wisely, like, you don't want to be by yourself going against a group of 5s unless you got big balls or you're extremely confident with your weapon proficiency and you already know what the heck you're doing. So really quick, this is already starting really quick, awesome, and I'm going to show you how to parachute. I like to go left. I don't know why, but you can still go right. Doesn't matter. So I guess I'll practice my right swing, if you will, or my right fly. So there's no airplanes like you would see in Fortnite, PUBG, or rules of survival or anything like that. H1Z1 just pops you in the air with miraculously. But hey, this is H1Z1. Has to be different somehow, right? Okay, parachuting. Cool. So look, I see two cars on my mini-map. I see someone southeast. Do I want to go towards that? Not likely, but that is where the car is. And I don't see any resistance going towards this way, except for one person. So I'm going to cut in the middle and go away from both of those people, since it seems like those two cars have players that spawn next to them. But just take a look at where the line is at the bottom left-hand corner of the mini-map. Oh, this is the horizon line. You see that blue line right there? Or the light blue line? This is the horizon line. If you could look at that, keep that level, this is how you can really fly very far. So you on the mini map you saw two cars. These two that are showing right now is a totally different pair, but I flew past like almost I think maybe one or two quadrants right there. Now if you do this from the very beginning, you can get much farther than what I did, especially if you look across that horizon line that I kind of showed you a little bit. But check this out. Your car. Good. And compared to combat training, do I have anything? This is what I mean. Look, two places are locked. You can move these slots around even with nothing, which I didn't know you can do. So you can really switch things around to your liking. And like I said, your first weapons that you really should go for, obviously you want to find a backpack. I have no med kits on the bottom right hand corner, so you got to get at least 3 med kits. You want to get your shotgun. You want to get an AR-15 preferably versus the Hellfire, but if you're stuck with one of two, don't get 2 shotguns. Unless you just like having 2 shotguns, like I don't know why. But get a Hellfire or an AR-15, and if you still don't have a backpack and you miraculously find a scout rifle, then you just need a scout rifle and the shotgun. Why? Very short range, so no one can hurt you, you know, if they're trying to rush you, and long range enough to the point where you have some accuracy, as long as you distance yourself, like, Jesus, where can I shoot? You know, distance yourself, like drive away from an enemy if they're like at the top of that hill right there. So that's it for this particular tutorial. I just wanted to show you, or at least tell you guys the things that I missed in the first one. And I guess in the future, very near future, I will do live streams of my actual gameplay. And you guys can't see when I press the PlayStation button and everything to go look at my gallery, but I have over 2,500 screenshots from the PlayStation 4. Like you see all those purple dots on the map, you see the icons, the gas station, the Ferris wheel, the construction yard, the farms, the shopping centers, the factories, the campsites. Okay, I have taken screenshots every time I find a military crate. So I would go look around, you know, spots where I would think a military crate would be, and at this point I've already memorized it. But I would go find a military crate, and let's just say I'll go to this car really quick and I'll be done after this, I promise. But let's just say that, okay, I know a military crate's over here for sure. And it looks like no one was here. Okay, I hear the military crate. I'll shut up so you can hear. And I don't have a shotgun to bust the fence. Okay. Improvise and adapt. You know, grab what you need. You need a backpack to carry 3 weapons. Look at... So this was locked. The regular backpack on my back now unlocked that 3rd slot. So now you can really have a shotgun, a Hellfire, and an AR-15. Like I said, get good with those basics. But here's a military crate. And just a pointer for you guys if you want to give yourself a little mental map to work your memory. Right here, if you see this right here, this is the military crate. I would screenshot it really quick, which I did, and then I would bring up the map again and I would screenshot it again, because on your own time you can look back at your progress. This replaces the Hellfire. Right, the 75, look, I have 75 body armor now versus the 50 that you would get from a makeshift. So yeah, if you could get better, yeah, but just like I said, get good with the basics. I mean, even a regular makeshift is good. But if you want to give yourself, like, if you want to help yourself memorize these things, take a screenshot of the military crate before you open it, bring up the map and take a screenshot again, like what I did, and I'll have these images. Like I said, I have over 2,500 screenshots that are pictures just like what I just described right there. This gave me my own mental map, so that now I don't even take screenshots anymore because I've memorized a lot of the map anyways, and I could just find a shit ton of guns. Like I said, I'll come out with like 3 purple guns or 3 green guns. And if you have med kits, which I don't have a med kit right now, but check my red bar, the health at the bottom right or bottom left hand. If you have med kits, like I said, if you can grab at least 3 med kits, this gas, the first 2 to 3 waves of gas, now it's on the second wave after this. The first 2 to 3 waves you can actually weather as long as you have a car and you have med kits, right? 2 to 3 med kits to be able to combat the gas attacking your health. So other than that, and then of course always try to make your way to the safe zone. One more tip is if you hear the airplanes, like it says airdrops inbound, and you hear the planes overhead. A lot of the airdrops are not, maybe the green ones might be, like look at the bottom left hand corner. You can see the very faint green line where the actual safe zone circle is. A lot of the green drops will land just on the outside of that because the circle looks actually small. It's on a quarter of the map now. But the blue ones for sure and the gold ones, they land inside the circle. So if you want to get a chance at trying to take the blue crates, go inside the circle. Like I'm clearly outside of the circle with my yellow icon there, but you got to go inside the circle to capture, secure the blue drops or the gold drops if your balls are big enough to go for the gold drops. I technically call airdrops death traps, but I just want to let you know that if you don't even want to go after the airdrops, you don't have to risk your life fighting for a freaking airdrop as long as you know how to, get military crates like I do. With that, I'm gonna finish and say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. Please like and share it. I don't know, I'm not gonna be but yeah, I'm gonna share this on the H1Z1 Facebook page and hope that you guys can improve your game a little bit. And if you guys have anything else to add, don't be afraid to comment on that post. Alright, till next time guys, Chief Cloud 28 out.